Anthony Joshua warns Jarrell Big Baby Miller. 7 rounds. He said he's going to get the knockout. Give me 3.5 minutes, maybe even 4. Should be one to marry and stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the Super Chat channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We work in Anthony Joshua versus Jarrell Big Baby Miller. Jarrell Miller, he was in London with AJ, so they took the press conference and the press tour that way, close to Joshua's home. They did one in New York and it got rowdy. This one was a lot more calm, nonchalant, more talking, less pushing and stuff like that. No shoving. You guys see this article of Sky Sports. I want to go over some of the quotes. Joshua versus Miller. Anthony Joshua issues brutal warning to Jarrell Big Baby Miller. One thing I didn't understand about this press conference is the face-off. Joshua was making this face like it looked like he had like water in his mouth and he didn't want to spit it out, like, or like, I don't know, it was just a weird face that he was looking. It's like a pseudo like tough face. You know, I don't know how to describe it. Kind of like when you and your friends are just joking around having a staring contest trying not to laugh. That's what it looked like. It didn't look like a hard stare. It looked like, you know, I don't know, I've seen Pacquiao do face-offs like that because Pacquiao's kind of goofy at the face-off. Like Josh Clotty, go watch that face-off. He's like, he's like sniggling and snickering and stuff. I don't know. I just thought the facial expression he was making was like he was trying not to laugh or had water in his mouth or something. Anyway, let's get into it. Sky Sports boxing. Anthony Joshua vowed to reconstruct Jarrell Big Baby Miller's face as the war of words between the heavyweight rivals escalated. Joshua Big Baby Miller came together at a London press conference on Monday that concluded with a tense face-off. It wasn't that tense. It looked like, I don't know. You guys let me know in the comment section what you thought of it. It really looked like Joshua was like trying to overly mean mug. I don't know. Maybe he just didn't want to, you know, he just wanted to have an immense poker face and he didn't want to like show any vulnerability or I don't know. It just looked kind of forced. Though none of the physicality that erupted in New York last week. Quote, the game plan is to stop him in 7 rounds, Miller said about his challenge for Joshua's IBF, WBA, WBO titles on June 1st, Madison Square Garden, live on, yeah, they had to do a little plug. A menacing Joshua replied, he talks about 7 rounds. Look at his face. I will reconstruct his face and his body. I've got 10 years left. This is all I know. I don't know football, rugby, NFL, basketball. I know how to knock people out and beat them up. Every ounce of spirit he has, I will strip him of it. I will do the job. I am a good boxer, a heavy-handed boxer. I have beaten better opponents than any heavyweight out there. I will be the surgeon to give him a makeover. He's yawning. Millie yawned while Joshua spoke. And then he took to his social media and posted this. It's the face-off, and he said, big balls versus big baby. Okay. Asked if a stoppage was required to make a splash in his U.S. debut, Joshua said 100%. Knock him out clean. A knockout needs to happen to announce myself in the States. He does the talking, I do the physical stuff. The unbeaten Miller started the press conference with his feet casually on the desk, then audibly snored while Joshua was talking. Quote, he ain't got no chin, Miller said. The fans can't fight for him. He's not the popular one anymore. Joshua hit back, this ain't a popularity contest, you know. Reminded him of last week bust up when he was shoved by Miller. Joshua said, I loved it. That's what I live for. He's just another opponent. Jarrell is a good dance partner. I'm not fighting his team or anybody that could speak for him. There won't be words in the ring. It's a battle of the fittest, a battle of the smartest. You know, I like the demeanor from Joshua. You know, he seems pretty all business. I think this is a tougher fight than some people are leading on because, you know, you can't really even blame people. We haven't seen Jarrell Miller in there with anyone half as good as Anthony Joshua. You get what I'm saying? So you have to imagine that people don't know what Miller can fully do. So it's really going to be everything you've learned to this point with your competition level. You know, Thomas Adamox and guys like Jarrell Washington, who's solid, but he was coming off a knockout loss to Deontay Wilder, the Bronze Bomber Wilder. I'm so frustrated, right? Stuff like that. Bogdan Denu and stuff. It doesn't match. Like Joshua was saying, he has a solid resume for 20-something fights, and it doesn't match that. So Jarrell Miller's gonna have to have the experience to this point and whatever he has within to beat Joshua. And the things he has on his side that people aren't accounting for is if he can weather the early storm. Joshua has showed instances of fatigue. Joshua has showed that he has stamina. And Jarrell Miller, for his size, a lot of people will talk about, oh yeah, he's tubby. You know, even Dillian White, when he's taking his jabs, right? He's taking his jabs at Jarrell Miller. They talk about how he's just big and large and stuff like that. But one thing they don't talk about, you know, obviously all's fair in love and war, so you're not gonna really give any props to somebody, but the thing they don't talk about is how he throws the most punches per division. And that's men lie, women lie, numbers lie. Men lie, I said that wrong. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. You know, that's a statistic. So Jarrell Miller does have some things on his side. It's definitely not experience. It's definitely not the high caliber resume, but he is conditioned. You know, like I said, people focus on him being the size he is and what it looks like, but looks can be deceiving. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's favored to win or anything like that, but I like the mentality. He seems confident. He seems like almost as he's been here before. There's been a lot of guys from Brooklyn in the heavyweight division in general that have made it, you know, so he's looking to edge his name. You know, the Riddick Bows. Let's go, champ. Yeah, I said, yeah, champ. Do something. Whatever you eat, I eat, champ. You know, Mike Tyson, of course. I'm so ecstatic. I'm feeling good, Anthony Joshua. I know I could beat him. I'm not a textbook fighter, you know. I'm not a textbook fighter. Right, left, right, jab. I'm not a textbook fighter. I fight to win. Totally to win. Mike gonna knock me out for these jokes. But let's just see it, man. Heavyweight division is back. We have to see what Tyson Fury is gonna do. He announced his ESPN boxing contract, so we got to see what's next with a couple guys, Dillian White. But this should be a solid fight. It's gonna be on DAZN USA. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Does Jarrell Miller have a shot? You know, Joshua said he's gonna reconstruct that face. We're gonna see in June 1st. Get it. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego. Sign out. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.